What's up, guys? Back with part 2 of Shadowland climbing. So as you can see, we're on stage 36 now. Alright, so with the stages 1 through 35, as you can see the characters I've used. There's some free to play and there's some that's premium. And then there's some that you can farm for free and get through a legendary battle. Alright, so as you can see the characters I've used. Now, what you want to do, how to build your characters for Shadowland. You at least want to get all your native tier 1 characters, at least tier 2. Like Singularity. We have, Hailstorm. We have Satana. And, like, Fandral. People like those. So you definitely want to build those up to tier 2. And then after that, you at least want to level up at least all their skills are level 6. At least. Or the ones that has like a damage proc or immunity or whatever like that. Get all the way to level 6. Get their rank their type enhancement at least up to 3 or 4. And the easiest way to get those, the type enhancement tickets, are through story mode or the cubes. But the cubes, you'll have to use those for native tier 2 characters. So the tier 1 characters, the low level characters, at least get them like Power Ranger Hulk, Hawkeye, or Overdrive. Doesn't matter as long as you get them at least one of the 3 sets right there. And at least give them 6-star ISO. You don't have to give them a generic artifact. It doesn't help. Custom gear. Some of them, you can just give them like a damage proc. As you can see, Fandral has a 140 proc obelisk on him. So you could definitely give them like a damage proc obelisk. You don't have to give them a CTP or nothing like that. Other custom gear. Now some of them I don't have any Uru on. As you can see, it's Fandral. He doesn't have none with no amplification slots. Someone like Karnak, I know it's pretty trash, but I did give him some physical attack Uru. Some characters have like their uniforms. They don't have like you don't have any crystals. They do have gold uniforms that cost gold. You can definitely get those and rank those up to at least mythic. Get the uniforms at least mythic. That way you can get the extra stats right here, like dodge, physical attack, or energy attack, HP, and all attack. At least get that so they can have a little bit more damage and a little bit more stats. So that's a perfect way of getting like your tier 2 characters. At least have them a little bit more, a little firepower when you start clearing those stages. And the premium characters that you could at least farm through Epic Quest or Dimension Missions, or you just flat out buy subscription. Like Victorious, you can get her bios through the First Family Epic Quest. You can farm her bios easily to unlock her. And she only has 4 skills. So that's her and Destroyer are the only 2 with like 4 skills. But like I said, she is farmable through the Epic Quest. So there are characters that you can farm. So don't be discouraged. Like File Veil, she's farmable through the Epic Quest also. The Guards of the Galaxy. We have Satana, which you can farm through Doctor Strange's. Then you have some that you can craft. Like Anti-Man, you can craft his. Blue Marble and Sam Alexander Nova. I call him Baby Nova because he's the smaller version of Bit Nova. But you could definitely craft those characters. And then the other characters you can get from Dimension Missions. It's rare, but you can get them. As you can see, we have Valkyrie this week. Well, I do. Or you can get like Ghost, Sentinel, Crescent, Gambit, So you do have a couple of premium characters in here that you can farm. So now we're gonna start going from 36. I'll probably, let's see, this video, I'll probably go to 75. So we're gonna go from 36 to 75. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and enter. And now, instead of just getting random items, you will be getting Shadowland tokens for the Shadowland shop. So this is where it's important to start using. I still use like lower tier 2 characters because it's like 36, at least from 36 to 50, depending on what the stage is. So we need it's a rumble stage, and you need heroes. So you want to go to the filter, and as you see, we have superheroes, villains, males, all that. Now the unique abilities, now that's where you have flame, machine, mind resist, phoenix force, and spider sense. So those are for like the special floors by themselves. All right, so we need heroes, and it's a rumble floor. I usually use 3 characters. That way I can get 30 tokens. So what I usually do, I usually just pick the lower of the bunch just to get out the way. So we'll use that team right there, because why not? So like I said, most of these characters I use are like still lower tier 1 characters. And I just want to get them out of the way. All right, nice. So all 3 survived. So got 30 tokens. And if you do have the shield support, you will get 1 extra token per character you use. So I got 33 on that one. So, and another thing, when you're starting to build like your characters, always make sure your cards are up to par also. So at least like your cards, at least try to get at least a quality 7. And pretty good, decent rolls on your cards. So as you know, I have 145% physical attack and 132 energy attack. So and I have the physical and energy damage procs also. So my characters do hit kind of hard. All right, so always like build up your characters and make sure you have decent cards, so that way you can start climbing Shadowland. Try to beat at least your personal record. That's what I used to do back in the day. I start out a couple here and there, and then try to go up at least 1 or 2 stages every week, and then later on you'll start progressing. So all right, stage 37, we have flame, which fire attacks don't work. So we're gonna go. I usually, instead of doing all like descend and ascend, that way to start from the bottom to the top. And as we can see, I have Hydro Man, which fire doesn't like water, so there you go. Or you can use like crystal, a Hydro Man crystal, or that was the only 2 really that I tried to use on the lower stages. And then like further on the line, I'll use Iceman. So at least try to, like I said, get all your least strongest characters. They'll be strong in their own right, but the more lower tier 2 characters out of the way. Now you see Hydro Man takes pretty quick work. All right, so that's 11 tokens. All right, next floor, we have speed characters that reflect energy damage. So you need speed, and they have to deal physical. So, as you know, Yondu, he does physical and energy. So, all right, so I only have 3 tier 2s left, and the rest are transcendent and tier 3. And what I usually do, what I'll probably do is I'll just use the 1. I know it's a rumble stage, you can use up to 3 characters, but I'll just use 1 for right now. And I'll use Baron Zemo. In which, if you have any other characters that are speed and you don't have them tier 3 or transcendent, you can still use them at tier 2 as long as they're built pretty well. They could definitely take down this stage as long as they don't deal energy damage. So always make sure you read your little text to make sure you're not going against what they're telling you not to use. All right, the next one is Phoenix Force, where you want to go to the little list, go to unique ability, and go to Phoenix Force. Now you have 6 characters because you will use Kid Omega for stage 34. So now you don't want to use Jean because she's the strongest. So I could use like Cyclops, Captain America, because with the uniform he is a Phoenix Force character, Hyperion, Rachel Summers, or Hope. So I'll just go ahead and use Hyperion. All right. I've got another speed floor. And we'll go ahead and use Black Cat. I would use Yondu, but like I said, a couple of his attacks have energy damage, so that will knock off my character pretty quickly. So I don't want to use him unless it's a relay stage. All right. Now, most of my characters do have like the seasonal uniform, stuff like that. So it really depends on what your account has. And if you can afford the seasonals, then cool. If you can't, then try to find like another opportunity to use a character in that slot. So, all right, next character list on stage 41 is female characters. So I'll go to females, start from the bottom, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use Crystal. All right, so she'll take pretty easy work of at least 2 of them because of the type advantage. But Crystal's still not a bad character anyway. So there we go. All right, next you'll need a speed character right here for Rocket. That's perfect because we have Yondu left. So that's perfect right there. I'll always make sure you go like against the how you want to say it, the class, like Speed, Blast, Combat, or Universal. If you got a Blast character, always get a Speed character. If you have a Blast, get a Speed. Combat, get a Blast, so on and so forth. And if you need Universals, Universal against Universal is going to be your best bet. So, all right, Yondu took care of Rocket. Now that's all my speed tier 2 characters. All right, now this right here is where you need to have a formidable team because it's a wave. So what I usually do, I'll probably use because Vision is pretty tough. So I'll probably use alright, I'll use Slapstick. Alright, so Slapstick is a premium character, which you have to get a bottle sub for him. So as you knew from the other stage, I use Follow Veil because she's really good. Also, you can use Darkhawk. Any free-to-play character you can definitely use against these as long as they have a certain amount of attack, defense, and if they have a little bit of healing, then that's really great. Also, because like I said, Vision is pretty tough. So as you can see, my Slapstick is good thing he has a revive. All right, there we go. He's finally attacking. There we go. All right, we're steadily climbing. Now we need blast characters. So this is a rumble stage where you need blast. And I'm going to go ahead and use my X-Men, Negasonic, Dazzler, and Jubilee. Then I have Inferno and Wiccan last. So all right. Now you need another blast character for Kingpin. So I'm going to use Wiccan. Because he does have pretty cool skills also. So, and he kind of contains Kingpin. So as you can see, we'll go easy. All right, now we need heroes for this stage. And all right, I have 7 tier 2s left. No, I have 8 tier 2s left. And a couple of those I use for like either the flame stage or combat stage or so on and so forth. Let's see, who should I use? I guess I'll go ahead and use Exodus. All right. Alright, another hero stage. Now, I'll probably use Singularity. I'll just use those. Okay, we'll do that. I usually try to save at least Satana, but let's go and get it out the way. Another blast stage, and I'll go ahead and use Inferno. I usually save him for like Venom and Carnage, but we'll go ahead and use him anyway. Alright, so we got 3 more tier 2s, but I'm not going to use those. I'll probably use a transcendent character. Let's see, I'll use Iron Hammer, because most of the Universal stages have Thor. So, and you know Thor is immune to lightning. So I usually just use Iron Hammer on one of these hero stages. Alright, as you can see, have him transcended. He'll get that done really quickly. Alright, now we're at stage 50. So, alright, now we need combat. So now, this is where I'll use the Hulks. I usually just go ahead and knock them out with the Hulks. Alright. Now we're steadily climbing to 75. Now you need a villain. And Crossbones is really good for this stage also. He does have I think he has healing on one of his skills. But he is a pretty decent character also. Alright. Now you'll need a formidable team. And see. I'll use Nova for this one. At least try to get all my tier 2s out of the way. Because later on when you start moving up in the floors, just tier 2s ain't going to cut it. So you definitely want to use your tier 2s for the lower stages, like from 1 to 55 or 60. But other than that, though, you definitely want to use up all your tier 2 characters. Just try to save your transcendent and tier 3 characters. Now, there's some transcendent characters that I use that don't have uniforms, so that's why I use them on the lower stages, because they don't have uniforms. And some of the floors they cannot do because of all their abilities, so that's why I use a couple of those. All right, hero. Now we're dipping into the transcendent characters, and we're going to use a free-to-play character, Katie. All right. All right, now on 454, we need speed. And see, we'll use old Mordo for this one. All right, so now you need a villain, and I usually go ahead and use either Morbius, Scourge. You could definitely use like a 3-man team. So let's see. All right, we'll do this. We'll use Ulick, Scourge, and Malekith. Go ahead and just use them 3. Get the lower of the villains out of the way. All right, let's see. All right, use this team up right here. Okay. Use Elsa, Angela, and Clea. Just because they have a transcendence. Because they are pretty weak. So you definitely want transcendent characters because they'll pop their transcendent right off the bat and take them out. So that's why I use the weak characters before I start getting into the higher stages. I don't start dipping into my tier 3s until I get rid of all my transcendent characters. So that's why I'm using a lot of transcendent characters right now, because I never used tier 3s before those. Because you would definitely need them once you start climbing. Now, I did use one tier 3 Hyperion, but I usually just try to save him, or try to use him early on, really. Okay, need Blast Rumble stage. Alright, we'll do that. Okay, now Phoenix Force. We'll go ahead and use old Rachel. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so we need a character that doesn't deal fire. That's a blast character. But let's see, I don't have a water type character. I have Iceman, but he's a tier 3. And I'll wait till I get to the top to use him. So we'll use Weapon Hex. She's pretty fast. Alright. Nice. Stage 62. I need female. Okay, let's see. Let me use Cersei. Alright, let's see. Blast stage. Now, some blast characters deal physical, like Caecilius. Even though he's a blast, as you can see, he still deals physical, so he wouldn't be very useful in this one. Red Skull has some physical attack in his skills also, so I won't be using him. But we can do like Invisible Woman. What I usually do is go to the little icon and see, we have Wasp, and then we use Iron Rescue. We'll use Rescue. Alright, so those are the three I'm going to use. Most of the time I'll use team ups, or I'll use half a team up with an extra person. That's how I usually use my characters on certain floors. Alright, that's nice. Which you could just use one character at a time on each floor to save characters also. Alright, we need another blast character. And I'll use Kingo for this one. Okay, another speed character, and like I said, it reflects energy damage, so you need a a physical attack. So we'll do we'll do Kate Bishop. Do old Kate. Okay. Let me villain again. And I usually just use combat. So we'll use a free-to-play Minerva. We'll use her.
Always entertaining talking.
Alright, now you'll need a hero for this stage against Sif. And I usually just use a blast character. So we'll use Mantis. We'll do Mantis. Another hero stage. All right, let's see. Not that many heroes with sword with Ares. Let's see. Let's see. But I'll just use Ares. Most of the time, if I don't want to use like a stronger character with the lower transcendent characters, I just do one character on that stage. Okay, we're getting a lot of hero stages. Go ahead and just use Nova. I usually keep him for the universal stages with Thor, Angela, and Heimdall, but just go ahead and get him out of the way. We're getting a lot of hero stages. So let's see. All right, I'll just use the Words of Atlantis. Okay, there we go. All right, now we'll use Warpath. Use a really low tiered combat character. Okay. Now some of these characters I'm using that are transcended. If you don't have them transcended, you could definitely use them on the floors from 1 to 35. And then later on, when you start transcending them, you can go past 35 to use them on those kind of floors. that's what I usually do. So that's an easy strategy for your characters. Alright, so you need a villain speed, so we'll use Korath for that one. But any character you don't have transcendent, you can definitely use like I said, from floor 1 to 35 until you get them transcendent. Then you can try to go a little further with them to try to go higher in Shadowland. So just be resourceful in how you use your characters, and just build one character at a time. You don't have to be in a rush, anything like that. Just build one character at a time. That way you can save resources, gold, or anything like that. So now we got 2 more floors. All right, now the villain stage where they will reflect physical attacks. So you need a villain that deals like energy attacks. So we have, see, all right, I'll use Mr. Sinister for that one. Most of these are premium characters, like I said, premium Crystal Wall characters, Epic Quest characters, stuff like that. But you can definitely find like a alternative characters to beat these stages with. So all right. Now we have the flame stage where fire types deal extra damage to symbiotes. So who do we have? We have Human Torch, which you can go to the flame tag. We have Human Torch, Robbie Reyes, Ghost Panther, Beta Ray, and Ghost Rider. I usually save a Sunbird for Iceman. So I'll use Human Torch for this one because of the type advantage. But yeah, I usually just use Sunbird for Iceman. All right. All right, 75. Here we go. Last one. And perfect. All right, so this is Scarlet Witch stage where you need non-mutant characters. So you need a speed, non-mutant. So she deals energy damage. So we will be using the new free-to-play icon. She does have reflect. So we'll see how well she does. All right. All right, perfect. That's perfect. All right, so that was 36 to 75. So that went by pretty quick. As you see, I got 9,314 tokens now. So, like I said, I always save up to get the 400 carbonadium. That's 5,000 tokens. So I'll be able to get that in another 2 weeks. So So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about part 2 of Shadowland climbing, stage 36 to 75. Like I said, that the way to build your characters is make sure you have pretty decent cards. They don't have to all have blue stats. As long as you got at least 10% peers, that's fine. Your characters definitely need decent builds on them. Like I said, most of them, you can just give them a damage proc, obelisk. Now some I do have CTPs of like Transcendence, like Kid Kaiju. I have a CTP of Transcendence on him. Other characters, let's see, who else do I have with the CTP? I think he was the only one. Well, I have Volstagg. I have a egg on him, just a regular egg. I think that was it. Now some of them you can give a CTP of Transcendence to, Patience or an egg. That's up to you. And then give them a little bit more survivability and stuff like that. But that's up to you. Make sure you have like a decent build on your characters, decent cards, pretty good stats, and you can definitely start climbing to get the shadowland tokens. So y'all let me know what y'all guys think. Hit me in the comment box down below. Smash that like button. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.